My dear students, welcome back to our channel. Students, in this video I am explaining MBA first semester. Subject Management and Organizational Behavior. Important long questions and answers. Let's start quick revision. First unit. First important long question is: explain the various functions of management. Management involves planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources to achieve organizational goals. These functions are key to ensuring that businesses run smoothly and efficiently. Let's break them down. 1. Planning. This is the first step in management. It involves setting goals and deciding on the actions needed to achieve them. For example, a company may plan to increase sales by 20% over the next year. To do so, they might decide to launch a new product or expand into a new market. 2. Organizing. Once the plans are in place, the next step is to organize the resources needed to achieve the goals. This includes allocating tasks, setting up teams, and ensuring everyone knows what they need to do. For example, a manager might assign specific tasks to different departments, like marketing handling promotions and sales teams, reaching out to customers. 3. Leading. This involves guiding and motivating employees to work towards achieving the goals. Managers must communicate clearly, provide direction, and encourage teamwork. For example, a manager might hold regular meetings to ensure the team stays on track and motivate them by offering incentives for good performance. 4. Controlling. This function ensures that everything is going according to plan. It involves monitoring performance, identifying problems, and making necessary adjustments. For instance, if a company's sales are not meeting expectations, the manager might adjust the marketing strategy or retrain the sales team to improve performance. Conclusion. In short, the 4 key functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling help businesses achieve their goals. By planning what needs to be done, organizing resources effectively, leading the team to stay motivated, and controlling progress to make adjustments when needed, management ensures smooth operations and success. Next important long question is: write about 3D model of managerial approach. The 3D model of the managerial approach is a way to understand the different roles a manager plays in an organization. It suggests that management involves 3 key dimensions: people, tasks, and organization. Let's break each of these down. 1. People, human resources. This dimension focuses on managing the people in the organization. A manager must ensure that the team is motivated, trained, and aligned with the organization's goals. For example, in a marketing team, a manager might make sure each person knows their role, offers support when needed, and encourages teamwork. Managers should also communicate effectively, listen to team members, and resolve conflicts. 2. Tasks, operations. This dimension is about managing the work that needs to be done. It involves setting goals, planning the activities, and ensuring that tasks are completed on time and correctly. For example, if a company wants to launch a new product, a manager would create a plan that outlines the tasks, such as product development, marketing, and distribution. Managers must also check progress and make adjustments if things aren't going as planned. 3. Organization, resources and structure. This dimension focuses on organizing the resources needed to carry out the tasks and achieve the goals. It's about creating an efficient structure for the organization, so resources like finances, equipment, and human resources are used properly. For instance, a manager might decide on how to allocate the budget between marketing, production, and distribution to ensure the best use of company resources. Example: let's say a manager at a tech company wants to launch a new app. First, they focus on people by building a strong, motivated team. Then, they manage the tasks by planning and ensuring the app is developed, tested, and ready for release. Lastly, they organize the resources by making sure the budget is allocated to the right areas, such as marketing and development. Conclusion. In conclusion, the 3D model of managerial approach highlights the importance of balancing people, tasks, and organization to ensure success. A manager's role is to guide the team, ensure tasks are completed efficiently, and organize resources in a way that helps achieve the organization's goals. Next important long question is: explain Hawthorne's experiments in detail. The Hawthorne experiments were a series of studies conducted at the Western Electric Hawthorne Works in Chicago during the 1920s and 1930s. These experiments are important because they showed how social and psychological factors, not just physical conditions, affect worker performance. Here's a breakdown of the key experiments and their findings. 1. Illumination Experiment, 1924 to 1927. Initially, researchers wanted to test how different levels of lighting in the workplace affected workers' productivity. They thought that brighter lighting would improve performance. However, the results were surprising. Whether the lighting was increased or decreased, workers' productivity still improved. This made researchers realize that something other than just physical conditions was influencing worker performance. 2. Relay Assembly Test Room Experiment, 1927 to 1932. In this experiment, a small group of women workers were selected to assemble telephone relays. Researchers changed their working conditions, like rest periods and working hours, to see how these factors affected productivity. What they found was that productivity increased, but not just because of the changes. The workers felt special because they were being observed, which made them more motivated to work harder. This is known as the Hawthorne effect, the idea that people perform better when they know they are being observed. 3. Bank Wiring Room Experiment, 1931 to 1932. This experiment studied a group of workers who were involved in wiring jobs. The researchers observed how group dynamics, rather than individual conditions, influenced productivity. It turned out that social relationships and peer pressure played a big role. Workers were influenced by each other's behavior, and the group developed informal norms about how much work should be done. The workers often set a pace that was slower than their individual capacity, showing how social factors can control work performance. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Hawthorne experiments revealed the importance of social and psychological factors in the workplace. They showed that when workers feel valued or are given attention, they tend to perform better. These findings led to a greater understanding of employee motivation and the role of human relations in management. Next important long question is contributions of Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol was a French management theorist who made significant contributions to the field of management. He is best known for developing 14 principles of management and emphasizing the importance of managerial functions. These principles and ideas are still widely used today. 1. 14 Principles of Management. Fayol identified 14 principles that he believed were essential for effective management. Division of work. Tasks should be divided into smaller tasks to make work more efficient. For example, in a factory, one worker might handle assembly, while another handles quality control, leading to faster production. Authority and responsibility. Managers should have the authority to give orders, but they should also be responsible for their actions. For example, a manager in charge of a project has the authority to make decisions but must ensure the project is completed on time. Discipline. Employees should follow rules and respect authority for the organization to run smoothly. For instance, if employees are late for work consistently, it affects team performance and company success. Unity of command. Employees should receive orders from only one superior to avoid confusion. For example, a marketing team member should report only to the marketing manager, not to multiple managers. Unity of direction. All efforts should be directed toward the same goals. For example, if a company's goal is to increase sales, every department should focus on strategies that help reach that goal. 2. 5 Functions of Management. Fayol also outlined 5 main functions of management: planning, setting goals and deciding how to achieve them; organizing, arranging resources and tasks to meet the goals; commanding, leading and guiding employees to achieve the objectives; coordinating, ensuring all parts of the organization work together smoothly; controlling, monitoring performance and making adjustments as needed. Conclusion. Henry Fayol's contributions, particularly his 14 Principles of Management and the 5 Functions of Management, have had a lasting impact on how organizations are managed. His ideas help managers organize tasks, motivate employees, and ensure that businesses run efficiently. These principles are fundamental in understanding how to manage people and resources effectively in any organization. Next important long question is: write a note on the scientific and modern management. F.W. Taylor. Scientific management is a theory developed by Frederick Winslow Taylor in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. His approach aimed to improve efficiency in the workplace by using scientific methods to analyze and optimize tasks. Taylor's ideas focused on improving productivity, reducing waste, and ensuring workers performed their jobs in the most efficient way possible. Key principles of scientific management. 1. Scientific job analysis. Taylor believed that each task should be broken down into smaller steps and analyzed scientifically to find the most efficient way of doing it. For example, in a factory, workers would be trained to use specific tools and techniques to perform tasks more quickly and accurately, like using a specific method to lift heavy items rather than relying on trial and error. 2. Selection and training of workers. Taylor emphasized hiring workers based on their skills and matching them to the right tasks. He also believed in providing proper training to workers so they could perform their jobs efficiently. For example, a worker on an assembly line would be trained to do one task in the most effective way possible, instead of being expected to do many different tasks. 3. Standardization of tools and procedures. Standardizing the tools, equipment, and methods used in the workplace helps reduce variation and improve efficiency. For example, using the same type of machine or tool for a specific task ensures consistency and reduces the time spent adjusting to different equipment. 4. Performance-based pay. Taylor suggested that workers should be paid based on their performance. If workers completed more tasks or worked faster, they would be rewarded with higher pay. For example, a factory worker might earn more money if they produced more units in a given time period. Modern management. While Taylor's ideas were groundbreaking at the time, modern management has evolved. Today, management focuses not only on efficiency but also on employee satisfaction, creativity, and innovation. Modern management combines Taylor's principles with a focus on leadership, motivation, and technology to create a more balanced and sustainable approach to management. Conclusion. In conclusion, scientific management revolutionized how businesses operate by applying science to improve work efficiency. Though some of Taylor's methods are seen as too mechanical today, his contributions laid the foundation for modern management practices that balance productivity and worker well-being. Next, second unit. First important long question is: explain the basic and advanced models of organizational design. Organizational design refers to how a company arranges its structure, roles, and responsibilities to achieve its goals effectively. It helps define the flow of communication, decision-making, and authority within the company. There are basic and advanced models of organizational design, each with its strengths and uses. Basic models of organizational design. 1. Functional structure. In a functional structure, the organization is divided into departments based on specific functions, such as marketing, finance, and human resources. Each department is managed by a functional manager who oversees specialized tasks. Example, a company like a car manufacturer might have separate departments for research and development, production, and sales. Each department focuses on its specific area of expertise, leading to efficiency within that function. 2. Divisional structure. In a divisional structure, the company is divided into divisions based on products, services, or geographical locations. Each division operates like its own mini-company with its own resources and management. Example, a large multinational company might have separate divisions for North America, Europe, and Asia, with each responsible for its regions, operations, and sales. 3. Matrix structure. A matrix structure combines functional and divisional designs. Employees report to two managers, one for their function, example, marketing, and one for the project or product they are working on. Example, in a tech company, a software engineer may report to both the head of the development team and the project manager for a specific app being developed. Advanced models of organizational design. 1. Team-based structure. In a team-based structure, the organization is organized into teams which are responsible for specific tasks or projects. Teams are often cross-functional, meaning they consist of members from different departments. Example, a company might form teams to work on specific product lines. Each team includes members from marketing, design, and production to ensure the product is developed and marketed effectively. 2. Network structure. A network structure focuses on outsourcing and forming partnerships with other companies. The company itself may handle only core functions, while other activities are managed by external partners or contractors. Example, a clothing brand may design its products in-house but outsource manufacturing to other companies while handling marketing and distribution independently. Conclusion. In conclusion, organizational design models help companies arrange their structure and resources effectively to achieve goals. Basic models like functional, divisional, and matrix structures are suitable for traditional companies, while team-based and network structures are more flexible and suited for dynamic, modern businesses. Each model has its advantages, depending on the company's needs and goals. Next important long question is: explain the main approaches to organization structure. Organizational structure refers to how roles, responsibilities, and tasks are organized within a company. The structure helps define who reports to whom and how information flows within the organization. There are several main approaches to organizational structure, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. 1. Functional structure. In a functional structure, the organization is divided into departments based on specific functions such as marketing, finance, human resources, and operations. Each department is managed by a functional manager who oversees tasks related to that function. Example, in a retail company, the marketing department handles advertising, while the finance department manages budgeting and accounting. This structure helps increase specialization and efficiency within each function. 2. Divisional structure. A divisional structure divides the company based on products, services, or geographic locations. Each division operates like a mini-company with its own management and resources to focus on its specific market or product. Example, a multinational company might have separate divisions for North America, Europe, and Asia, with each managing its own operations and sales in that region. This approach allows divisions to respond quickly to local market needs. 3. Matrix structure. The matrix structure combines functional and divisional structures. Employees report to two managers, one for their specific function, example, finance, and another for the project or product they are working on, example, a specific product line. Example, a tech company might have a matrix structure where a software developer reports both to the head of the development team and to the manager of a specific product project. This allows for flexibility and better coordination across departments. 4. Flat structure. In a flat structure, there are few levels of management between employees and top leadership. This encourages open communication and decision-making at all levels, leading to faster decision-making. Example, a small startup company may have a flat structure where employees work closely with the founder and are involved in decision-making. This structure Promotes creativity and flexibility. 5. Network structure. A network structure focuses on outsourcing certain functions and forming partnerships with other companies. The core organization handles key activities, while external partners manage other areas like production or distribution. Example, a clothing brand may design products in-house but outsource manufacturing and distribution to other companies, creating a flexible, efficient way to operate. Conclusion. In conclusion, different organizational structures, functional, divisional, matrix, flat, and network, help companies manage their operations in different ways. The choice of structure depends on the company's size, goals, and the nature of its work. Each structure has its advantages, and the right approach can lead to better communication, faster decision-making, and overall success. Next important long question is: enumerate open and closed models of decision-making. Decision-making models are approaches that guide how decisions are made within organizations. These models can be categorized as either open or closed, depending on the level of flexibility, information flow, and involvement of various individuals in the decision-making process. Open decision-making model. In an open decision-making model, the process is flexible and information flows freely among all members of the organization. Decisions are made by considering a wide range of inputs, and many individuals may be involved in the decision-making process. 1. Characteristics. Collaboration. Multiple people contribute ideas, opinions, and information. Flexibility. The process allows for adjustments as new information becomes available. Transparency. Information is shared openly across different levels of the organization. 2. Example. In a software company, when deciding on new features for an app, the team might include developers, designers, marketing professionals, and even customer feedback. They openly discuss ideas, challenges, and possibilities, allowing everyone's input to shape the final decision. Closed decision-making model. In a closed decision-making model, the process is more controlled and decisions are made by a smaller group of individuals, often in a top-down manner. Information is less shared, and the decision-making is typically restricted to a few key people or leaders. 1. Characteristics. Centralized decision-making authority lies with a select few, often top management. Limited information sharing. Not all employees or stakeholders may have access to all the information. Efficiency. Decisions can be made quickly without extensive consultation. 2. Example. In a large corporation, if the CEO and a few executives decide on a major restructuring plan, they may not consult other employees. The decision is made by a closed group, and the rest of the company is informed of the decision once it's final. Conclusion. In conclusion, the open decision-making model emphasizes collaboration, flexibility, and transparency, allowing for input from a wide range of individuals. The closed decision-making model, on the other hand, is more centralized and efficient, with decisions made by a smaller group of people. Both models have their advantages. Open models are better for complex decisions requiring diverse inputs, while closed models are faster and more effective when quick decisions are needed. The choice between these models depends on the organization's goals, the complexity of the decision, and the speed required. Next, third unit. Third unit. First important long question is: define transactional analysis. State the components of transaction. Analysis. Transactional analysis, TA, is a psychological theory developed by Eric Berne in the 1950s. It helps us understand communication and relationships by analyzing the interactions or transactions between people. TA is based on the idea that we all have three distinct ego states: parent, adult, and child, that influence how we think, feel, and behave in different situations. Components of transactional analysis. 1. Ego states. The core idea of TA is that each person has three main ego states that guide their behavior. Parent. This ego state reflects the attitudes, behaviors, and rules learned from authority figures like parents, teachers, or society. It can be nurturing, supportive, and caring, or critical, controlling, or judgmental. Small black square example: a person telling a child, "You must finish your homework before playing," is coming from the parent ego state. Adult. This ego state is logical, rational, and focused on the present moment. It is based on facts, reality, and problem solving. Small black square example: a manager making a decision about work based on clear, objective facts like budgets and deadlines is using their adult ego state. Child. This ego state reflects the emotions, desires, and behaviors we learned as children. It can be free, spontaneous, and playful, or adapted, compliant, or rebellious. Small black square example: a person throwing a tantrum when they don't get their way is acting from the child ego state. 2. Transactions. A transaction is a communication exchange between two people. Transactions can be complementary, crossed, or ulterior. Complementary transactions: both people are communicating from matching ego states. For example, a boss, parent, giving clear instructions to an employee, child, and the employee following those instructions, child to parent. Crossed transactions: the communication goes off track because the ego states don't match. For example, an employee, adult, asks a question to their boss, adult, but the boss responds from the parent ego state, being overly critical or authoritative. Ulterior transactions: these involve hidden meanings. A person may say one thing, but their true intentions are different. For example, someone says, "I'm happy to help," but their tone and body language show they feel resentful, suggesting an ulterior motive. Conclusion. In conclusion, transactional analysis helps people understand how their ego states influence their communication and relationships. By recognizing and analyzing these interactions, individuals can improve their communication skills, resolve conflicts, and create healthier relationships. By becoming more aware of which ego state they are operating from, people can adjust their responses for better outcomes in both personal and professional settings. Next important long question is: discuss in detail about Johari window. The Johari window is a model developed by psychologists Joseph Luft and Harry Ingham in 1955. It helps people understand themselves better and improve communication with others. The model is based on the idea that self-awareness and understanding others are key to building strong relationships. The Johari window divides knowledge into 4 areas based on what is known to oneself and what is known to others. The 4 areas of the Johari window. 1. Open area, arena. This is the part of you that both you and others are aware of. It includes things like your behavior, attitude, skills, and knowledge that are openly shared. For example, if you are friendly and approachable at work, both you and your colleagues are aware of this trait. The larger the open area, the better communication and trust you have with others. Example, if you are open about your feelings and opinions in a meeting, everyone knows your thoughts and ideas, and there's no hidden information. 2. Blind area. This is the part of you that others know about but you are unaware of. It includes things like unconscious behaviors, habits, or traits that are visible to others but not to yourself. Feedback from others helps you discover what is in your blind area. Example, you might not realize you interrupt others often in conversations, but your colleagues might notice this and point it out to you. 3. Hidden area, facade. This is the part of you that you know about, but others do not. It includes personal feelings, thoughts, or experiences that you choose to keep private. You might keep certain information hidden because you feel it's not appropriate to share or you fear judgment. Example, you may have personal challenges you are dealing with, like a family issue, but you keep this private and do not share it with your coworkers. 4. Unknown area. This is the part of you that neither you nor others are aware of. It includes things like hidden potential or unconscious feelings that might only come to light in certain situations or with deep self-reflection. Example, you might discover a hidden talent or passion for painting or writing that you never realized until you tried it later in life. Conclusion. The Johari window is a useful tool for improving self-awareness, personal growth, and communication. By seeking feedback from others and being open to sharing more about yourself, you can increase your open area and reduce your blind and hidden areas. This leads to stronger relationships and better teamwork. By reflecting on the unknown area, you can unlock hidden talents and potential, making it a helpful model for both personal and professional development. Next important long question is, what is motivation? Explain the nature and importance of motivation. Motivation refers to the internal or external factors that drive individuals to take action, achieve goals, and perform tasks. It is the reason people do what they do, whether it's related to work, personal life, or other areas. Motivation can be positive, like wanting to succeed or grow, or negative, like wanting to avoid failure or punishment. Nature of motivation. 1. Internal and external factors. Internal motivation, this comes from within a person, such as personal desires, goals, or values. For example, a student studying hard to achieve their dream of becoming a doctor is motivated by personal ambition. External motivation, this comes from outside the person, like rewards, recognition, or the desire to avoid negative consequences. For instance, an employee working extra hours to earn a bonus is driven by external motivation. 2. Varies from person to person. Motivation is not the same for everyone. What motivates one person may not motivate another. Some people are motivated by challenges, while others might be motivated by security or the desire for social acceptance. 3. Can be intrinsic or extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation, when people engage in activities for the sake of enjoyment or satisfaction. For example, someone playing a sport because they love it, not because they want a reward. Extrinsic motivation, when people perform tasks for external rewards like money, prizes, or recognition. For example, a worker might be motivated to complete a project because it will lead to a promotion. Importance of motivation. 1. Improves performance. Motivation drives individuals to work harder and achieve better results. A motivated employee is more likely to be productive and focused on their work. Example, a motivated teacher who loves their subject will inspire students and engage them more effectively in learning. 2. Boosts morale. Motivation helps individuals feel valued and appreciated. When employees or students feel motivated, they have higher morale, which leads to job satisfaction and better teamwork. Example, a company offering rewards for good performance can increase employee morale and overall satisfaction. 3. Encourages personal growth. Motivation pushes individuals to set and achieve personal goals, leading to self-improvement and growth. Example, a person motivated to get fitter might exercise regularly, eat better, and improve their health. Conclusion. In conclusion, motivation is a powerful driving force that influences our actions and behavior. It plays a key role in improving performance, boosting morale, and encouraging personal growth. By understanding what motivates people, organizations and individuals can create environments that inspire and sustain positive action and results. Next important long question is: present a comparison Maslow's needs hierarchy theory and Herzberg's two-factor theory. Maslow's hierarchy of needs and Herzberg's two-factor theory are both influential theories of motivation in the workplace. While both focus on human needs and the factors that drive people to perform at their best, they offer different perspectives on what motivates individuals. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow proposed that human needs are arranged in a 5-level pyramid from basic needs to higher-level needs. People must satisfy lower-level needs before they can focus on higher ones. 1. Physiological needs, basic necessities like food, water, and shelter. Example, an employee will focus on earning a paycheck to meet their basic living expenses. 2. Safety needs, the need for physical and emotional security, such as job stability and health benefits. Example, workers prefer a safe work environment and job security to feel comfortable in their roles. 3. Social needs, the need for relationships, friendships, and social connections. Example, employees seek a friendly work culture and strong teamwork among colleagues. 4. Esteem needs, the desire for recognition, respect, and a sense of achievement. Example, an employee wants to be appreciated by their boss and peers for their hard work. 5. Self-actualization, the need to fulfill one's potential and pursue personal growth and creativity. Example, a worker seeks opportunities to learn new skills and grow professionally. Herzberg's two-factor theory. Frederick Herzberg identified two sets of factors that influence motivation. 1. Hygiene factors. These are basic elements necessary to prevent dissatisfaction. While they don't motivate people to perform better, their absence can lead to dissatisfaction. Example: salary, working conditions, and job security. If these factors are not met, employees may feel unhappy, but improving them alone won't lead to high motivation. 2. Motivators. These factors lead to higher levels of job satisfaction and motivation. They are related to the work itself and personal growth. Example: recognition, opportunities for advancement, and challenging work. When these factors are present, employees feel more motivated and engaged. Comparison. Maslow's theory focuses on a hierarchical progression of needs, where each need must be satisfied before moving to the next level. Herzberg's theory focuses on the separation between factors that cause dissatisfaction, hygiene factors, and factors that cause satisfaction. Motivators. Conclusion. In conclusion, while both theories highlight the importance of meeting employee needs to ensure motivation, Maslow's theory offers a broader view of human needs, while Herzberg's theory provides a more detailed distinction between factors that prevent dissatisfaction and those that drive satisfaction. Both theories help organizations understand how to motivate employees and create a productive work environment. Next, fourth unit. Fourth unit. First important long question is: highlight the contributions of Kurt Lewin to group dynamics. Kurt Lewin, a German-American psychologist, is widely considered the founder of modern social psychology and made significant contributions to the study of group dynamics. His work laid the foundation for understanding how groups behave and how individuals interact within a group setting. Contributions of Kurt Lewin to group dynamics. 1. Group behavior. Lewin believed that group behavior cannot be understood just by looking at individual behavior. He argued that groups have unique characteristics that influence how people act. This led him to study how groups form, function, and influence their members' actions. Example: in a team setting, individuals might behave differently when they are part of a group compared to when they are working alone. For instance, a group of employees may make decisions collectively, which is different from individual decision-making. 2. Field theory. Lewin developed the concept of field theory, which suggests that behavior is influenced by the environment and the relationships within that environment. The field represents all the forces acting on an individual, such as social, cultural, and group dynamics. Understanding these forces helps to understand behavior within groups. Example: in a work group, the attitude of a team leader, the support of coworkers, and the work environment can all impact how a group performs. 3. T groups. Training groups. Lewin introduced T groups, training groups, as a way to study group dynamics. In T groups, individuals are placed in small groups to discuss their feelings, behaviors, and relationships. This helps them gain insight into how groups function and how their behavior affects others in the group. Example: in a workplace setting, a T group might be used to improve communication and teamwork by having employees share their thoughts and feedback in a safe and supportive environment. 4. Change theory. Lewin developed a three-step model for organizational change, which is still used today. It includes unfreezing, preparing the group for change by addressing current attitudes and behaviors. Changing, implementing new behaviors or strategies. Refreezing, stabilizing the change so it becomes the new norm. Example, in a company that wants to shift to a new software system. The first step is to unfreeze existing habits, then introduce the new system, and finally ensure the team adopts it as the standard. Conclusion. Kurt Lewin's contributions to group dynamics revolutionized our understanding of how groups work and how individuals interact in groups. His concepts of field theory, T-groups, and change management continue to influence modern practices in leadership, team development, and organizational change. Lewin's work helps organizations create better work environments and improve teamwork and communication. Next important long question is brief on the content of conflict resolution models. Conflict resolution models are approaches used to address and resolve disagreements or conflicts between individuals, teams, or groups. These models aim to help people communicate better, understand each other's perspectives, and reach mutually acceptable solutions. Let's look at some common conflict resolution models and their key components. 1. Thomas-Kilmann Conflict Mode Instrument, TKI. This model identifies 5 different styles people use to handle conflicts. These styles are based on 2 factors: assertiveness, the degree to which a person tries to satisfy their own concerns, and cooperativeness, the degree to which a person tries to satisfy the other person's concerns. Competing, high assertiveness, low cooperativeness. One person seeks to win the conflict, often at the expense of others. Example, a manager forces a decision on the team without considering their input. Accommodating, low assertiveness, high cooperativeness. One person gives in to the other's wishes to maintain peace. Example, an employee agrees to a decision they don't fully support just to avoid conflict. Avoiding, low assertiveness, low cooperativeness. The person avoids or ignores the conflict. Example, 2 colleagues ignore the issue instead of addressing it. Collaborating, high assertiveness, high cooperativeness. Both parties work together to find a solution that satisfies everyone. Example, a team brainstorming together to come up with a new idea that everyone agrees on. Compromising, moderate assertiveness and cooperativeness. Each side gives up something to reach a middle ground. Example, 2 employees agree to split the difference on a project deadline to meet each other's needs. 2. Interest-based relational, IBR, approach. This model focuses on understanding the underlying interests and needs of both parties in a conflict, rather than just focusing on positions. It encourages open communication, mutual respect, and a problem-solving approach to resolve the conflict. Example, 2 co-workers disagree over how to divide tasks. Instead of arguing over who should do what, they discuss the reasons behind their preferences, leading to a fair and workable solution. 3. Win-win model. This model emphasizes finding a solution that benefits both parties. It requires both sides to collaborate and be creative in resolving the conflict so that both can feel satisfied with the outcome. Example, in a negotiation between 2 business partners, they find a way to share profits in a way that makes both feel valued and fairly compensated. Conclusion. In conclusion, conflict resolution models, like the Thomas-Kilmann conflict mode instrument, the interest-based relational approach, and the win-win model, offer different methods for addressing and resolving conflicts. The choice of model depends on the nature of the conflict and the desired outcome. These approaches help individuals and teams manage disputes constructively, improving communication and fostering better relationships. Next important long question is: discuss the measures taken by employees to maintain work-life balance. In organization, work-life balance refers to the ability of employees to manage their professional responsibilities and personal life in a way that prevents stress and burnout. Achieving a good balance is essential for well-being and productivity. Many employees use different strategies to maintain this balance, and organizations also play a role in supporting these efforts. Measures taken by employees to maintain work-life balance. 1. Time management. Employees prioritize their tasks and organize their workday to ensure they meet deadlines without feeling overwhelmed. They set clear goals, break tasks into smaller steps, and avoid overworking themselves. Example: an employee may start their day by listing the most important tasks to complete and ensure they don't take on too many projects at once, allowing them time for personal activities in the evening. 2. Setting boundaries. Many employees set clear boundaries between work and personal life. For example, they avoid checking work emails during weekends or after office hours, ensuring time for relaxation and family. Example: a manager might leave their work phone at the office during vacation to focus on family time and not be disturbed by work-related matters. 3. Taking breaks. Employees take short breaks throughout the day to rest and recharge, which helps prevent burnout and enhances productivity. Example: a software developer takes a 10-minute walk after 2 hours of focused work to clear their mind and reduce stress. 4. Utilizing flexible work hours. Some employees use flexible work schedules to adjust their working hours around personal commitments, like picking up children from school or attending a family event. Example: a parent might start their work day early and finish in time to attend a school play in the afternoon. 5. Remote work. With the rise of remote working options, employees can work from home or other locations, which reduces commuting time and allows them to better balance personal and professional commitments. Example: an employee works from home 1 or 2 days a week to avoid the stress of commuting and to spend more time with family. 6. Delegating tasks. Employees delegate tasks to others when necessary to ensure that they don't become overwhelmed with work. This helps them maintain a healthy balance by sharing responsibilities. Example: a team leader assigns certain tasks to colleagues, ensuring that no one individual takes on too much workload. Conclusion. In conclusion, employees take various measures, such as time management, setting boundaries, taking breaks, utilizing flexible work options, and delegating tasks to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Organizations that support these efforts by offering flexible schedules, remote work, and a focus on employee well-being help foster an environment where work-life balance is achievable. A good balance boosts employee satisfaction, reduces stress, and improves overall productivity. Next important long question is: explain the theory of managerial grid approach of leadership. The managerial grid is a leadership theory developed by Robert Blake and Jane Mouton in the 1960s. It focuses on how a leader's concern for people and concern for production or task influences their leadership style. The grid is a tool that helps leaders understand their approach and how it can impact team performance and morale. Key components of the managerial grid. The grid has two axes. 1. Concern for people. Vertical axis. This represents the leader's focus on the well-being, development, and needs of team members. 2. Concern for production. Horizontal axis. This represents the leader's focus on achieving results, meeting goals, and completing tasks efficiently. Both axes are rated from 1, low, to 9, high, creating a grid with 81 possible leadership styles. However, the theory focuses on 5 key styles based on different combinations of concern for people and production. The 5 leadership styles. 1. Impoverished management. 1. Low concern for both people and production. Leaders who use this style tend to be disengaged and do the minimum required, leading to poor team performance. Example: a manager who barely communicates with their team and doesn't set clear goals, resulting in low morale and poor performance. 2. Country club management. 9. Low concern for production but high concern for people. Leaders focus on creating a friendly, comfortable environment but may neglect task completion. Example: a manager who focuses only on making the team happy and overlooks deadlines, leading to unproductive work. 3. Task-oriented management. 1. High concern for production but low concern for people. Leaders are focused on getting tasks done at the expense of employee well-being. Example: a manager who prioritizes deadlines and targets but doesn't care about employee satisfaction or development, leading to burnout. 4. Middle-of-the-road management. 5. Moderate concern for both people and production. Leaders strike a balance but might not excel in either area, leading to average performance. Example: a manager who tries to meet both goals and team needs, but might not be fully effective in either area. 5. Team management. 9. High concern for both people and production. Leaders strive for a balance where team members feel valued and goals are achieved efficiently. Example: a manager who motivates and supports their team while setting clear goals and achieving high performance, leading to both team satisfaction and excellent results. Conclusion. In conclusion, the managerial grid helps leaders understand their leadership style by focusing on the balance between concern for people and concern for tasks. The ideal leadership style is team management. 9, where leaders achieve high results while maintaining a positive and supportive environment. By identifying their own leadership style, managers can improve their approach to achieve better outcomes and create a more productive, satisfied team. Next important long question is: describe the path-goal theory of leadership. The path-goal theory of leadership, developed by Robert Howes in 1971, is a leadership theory that focuses on how a leader can motivate their team to achieve goals, The theory suggests that a leader's role is to help their team members by providing guidance, support, and resources, making the path to achieving their goals clearer and more manageable. The leader's actions should focus on removing obstacles and enhancing the chances of success. Key concepts of the path goal theory. The path goal theory is based on the idea that leaders can choose different leadership styles depending on the situation and the needs of their team members. There are 4 main leadership styles in the theory. 1. Directive leadership. The leader gives clear instructions, expectations, and guidelines for tasks. This style is helpful when the work is unclear or complicated. Example: a manager tells their team exactly how to complete a project step by step to ensure that everyone understands the process. 2. Supportive leadership. The leader is approachable, friendly, and shows concern for the well-being of their team members. This style is helpful when employees are facing stress or need encouragement. Example: a leader notices a team member is feeling overwhelmed and offers support, encouragement, and reassurance to keep them motivated. 3. Participative leadership. The leader involves team members in decision-making and values their input. This style works well when employees are experienced and have valuable ideas to contribute. Example: a leader holds a meeting where the team discusses how to solve a problem and considers everyone's ideas before making a decision. 4. Achievement-oriented leadership. The leader sets high expectations and challenges the team to perform at their best. This style is effective when team members are motivated and capable of handling tough tasks. Example: a leader encourages their team to achieve ambitious sales targets and offers rewards for reaching them. Conclusion. In conclusion, the path goal theory of leadership emphasizes that leaders should adapt their style based on the needs of their team and the situation. By providing clear direction, support, involvement, and challenges, leaders can help their teams overcome obstacles and stay motivated. The goal is to make the path to achieving goals as clear and rewarding as possible, leading to higher performance and satisfaction. Next important long question is: write about Hersey and Blanchard model. The Hersey and Blanchard model, also known as the situational leadership theory, was developed by Paul Hersey and Ken Blanchard. It focuses on how a leader's style should adapt based on the maturity level of their team members. The model suggests that there is no single best way to lead. Instead, effective leadership depends on the situation and the readiness of the followers. Key concepts of the Hersey and Blanchard model. 1. Follower readiness, maturity. The model defines maturity in 2 ways. Small black square ability, the skills and experience a person has to complete a task. Small black square willingness, the motivation or confidence a person has to perform the task. Followers can be at different levels of maturity, ranging from low to high. 2. Leadership styles. The leader must adjust their style based on the maturity of the team. There are 4 leadership styles. Telling, S1. Small black square high directive, low supportive behavior. The leader gives clear instructions and closely supervises the task. This is used when followers are inexperienced or lack confidence. Small black square example, A new employee is given detailed instructions and constant guidance to ensure they complete their tasks correctly. Selling S2. Small black square, high directive, high supportive behavior. The leader provides guidance but also encourages and motivates the team, offering support. This is used when followers need both direction and encouragement. Small black square example, a team member who knows the basics of a task but lacks confidence is supported and encouraged by the leader to help them succeed. Participating S3. Small black square, low directive, high supportive behavior. The leader shares decision-making and allows more independence, providing support when needed. This is used when followers are capable but may lack motivation or confidence. Small black square example, an experienced employee who needs some guidance but is trusted to make decisions and contribute ideas during team meetings. Delegating S4. Small black square, low directive, low supportive behavior. The leader gives the followers complete autonomy, allowing them to take responsibility for their tasks. This style works when followers are highly skilled and motivated. Small black square example, a seasoned team member who is trusted to work independently without much oversight from the leader. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Hersey and Blanchard model emphasizes that effective leadership is flexible and based on the needs of the team members. By adapting leadership styles according to the maturity level of followers, leaders can enhance performance, motivation, and team success. This approach helps leaders become more effective by understanding and responding to their team's needs. Next, fifth unit. Fifth unit. First important long question is: enumerate the difference between organizational culture and climate. Organizational culture and organizational climate are both important concepts that define how an organization operates, but they are different in nature and impact. Here's a breakdown of their differences. 1. Definition. Organizational culture refers to the deep-rooted beliefs, values, and norms shared by members of an organization. It shapes how people behave, how decisions are made, and how the organization functions in the long term. Example, a company where employees are encouraged to be innovative and take risks, such as Google, has a culture that fosters creativity and freedom of expression. Organizational climate, on the other hand, refers to the short-term atmosphere, environment, or mood within the organization. It's more about the feelings and perceptions of employees at a given time regarding work conditions and management. Example, during a period of high stress, employees might perceive the climate of the company as tense or unsupportive. 2. Focus. Culture focuses on the values, beliefs, and assumptions that are passed down through generations within the organization. Example, a company that values customer service excellence, like Zappos, has a culture that focuses on going above and beyond to meet customer needs. Climate focuses on the current mood, attitudes, and perceptions of the employees. Example, an employee might feel that the company's climate is very supportive if there are open lines of communication with management and a focus on work-life balance. 3. Duration. Culture is long-term and changes slowly over time. It reflects the core Identity of the organization. Example, a family-owned business might have a culture built on trust, loyalty, and long-term relationships, which remains consistent over the years. Climate is short-term and can change rapidly based on the current situation or leadership. Example, the climate can shift quickly in response to an economic downturn, leading to a feeling of uncertainty or fear among employees. 4. Impact. Culture influences how people interact, work, and make decisions in the long run. Example, in a culture where teamwork is highly valued, employees will likely collaborate more often. Climate influences how employees feel about their work environment at any given moment. Example, a supportive climate where employees feel appreciated leads to higher job satisfaction and motivation. Conclusion. In conclusion, while organizational culture represents the deeper, long-term values and beliefs that define an organization, organizational climate reflects the current, short-term atmosphere and employee perceptions. Both impact employee behavior and performance, but culture is more enduring, while climate can change with situations or leadership. Next important long question is: enumerate in the causes for stress in the modern organizations. Explain the physiological and psychological consequences of stress. Causes of stress in modern organizations. 1. Heavy workload. Employees may face excessive demands, tight deadlines, and long hours, leading to stress as they struggle to keep up with the volume of tasks. Example, a project manager who is overseeing multiple projects at the same time might feel overwhelmed by the number of tasks to complete. 2. Job insecurity. Fear of losing one's job or uncertainty about the future of the organization can create stress. Example, during economic downturns or company restructuring, employees often feel anxious about their job stability. 3. Poor work-life balance. When work demands spill over into personal time, employees struggle to maintain a balance, leading to stress. Example, a marketing executive who works late nights regularly to meet deadlines may miss family events or personal time, causing burnout. 4. Lack of control. When employees feel they have little control over their work environment or decisions, stress can arise. Example, a team member who constantly gets instructions from the manager without being able to contribute ideas might feel disempowered and stressed. 5. Interpersonal conflicts. Tensions and conflicts between colleagues or between employees and management can cause stress. Example, a worker who feels unsupported by their team or experiences constant disagreements with coworkers may develop stress. 6. Role ambiguity. Unclear expectations and job responsibilities can leave employees unsure about their duties, creating stress. Example, an employee who is unclear about their role in a project may feel anxious about performing tasks that they don't fully understand. Consequences of stress. 1. Physiological consequences. Stress can have a significant impact on the body. Chronic stress can lead to physical health problems, such as headaches. Stress can trigger frequent headaches or migraines. Heart issues. Long-term stress can increase the risk of heart disease by raising blood pressure and heart rate. Sleep problems. Stress may lead to insomnia, causing tiredness and reduced energy levels. Example, An employee who faces constant stress at work may start experiencing frequent headaches and difficulty sleeping, affecting their overall health. 2. Psychological consequences. Stress can also harm mental health and emotional well-being. Anxiety and depression. Chronic stress can lead to feelings of anxiety and depression as the mind struggles to cope with pressure. Reduced productivity. Stress may affect concentration, decision making, and performance, leading to lower productivity at work. Burnout. Continued stress can lead to burnout, where an employee feels exhausted, disconnected, and unable to function effectively. Example: an employee who faces constant work pressure without proper support may feel emotionally drained and experience a drop in their work performance. Conclusion. In conclusion, modern organizations often contribute to stress due to heavy workloads, job insecurity, and poor work-life balance. The physiological consequences, like headaches and heart problems, and psychological effects, such as anxiety and burnout, can severely impact employees' health and productivity. Recognizing and addressing these causes of stress is crucial for creating a healthier, more effective work environment. Next important long question is: discuss the effectiveness of planned change in the organization with an example. Effectiveness of planned change in an organization. Planned change refers to a deliberate, systematic effort to improve or transform aspects of an organization, such as its processes, structure, culture, or technology. The goal is to make improvements that are aligned with the organization's long-term objectives. For planned change to be effective, it needs to be well thought out and carefully managed. Steps in planned change. 1. Recognizing the need for change. The organization first identifies issues or areas for improvement that require change. Example: a company might realize that its customer service response times are slow and need to improve. 2. Planning the change. This involves defining the scope of change, setting clear goals, and determining how to implement the change effectively. Example: the company decides to implement a new customer service software system to help speed up response times. 3. Implementing the change. The plan is put into action and employees are trained, new systems are introduced, and resources are allocated. Example: employees are trained on the new software and the system is integrated into daily operations. 4. Evaluating the change. After the change is implemented, the organization monitors its effectiveness, collects feedback, and adjusts if needed. Example: the company tracks customer service response times and gathers feedback from employees and customers to see if the software has improved efficiency. Example of planned change. A good example is Ford Motor Company's move to lean manufacturing. In the 1980s, Ford recognized that its production processes were inefficient, which affected product quality and costs. The company planned and introduced lean manufacturing techniques, which focused on reducing waste and improving efficiency. This change required a shift in culture, training employees, and overhauling production lines. Over time, it led to better quality cars, faster production, and reduced costs, which ultimately improved Ford's competitiveness in the market. Effectiveness. Planned change can be highly effective when done correctly. It helps Organizations become more efficient, adapt to market demands, and improve overall performance. However, it requires careful planning, clear communication, and support from leadership. Poorly managed change can lead to confusion, resistance from employees, or failure to achieve desired outcomes. Conclusion. In conclusion, planned change, when carefully designed and implemented, can significantly improve an organization's operations and help it stay competitive. The example of Ford shows how systematic, well-planned change can lead to better efficiency and long-term success. Successful planned change involves identifying needs, creating a clear plan, and effectively managing the transition process. Next important long question is: discuss the process of communication in corporate context. The process of communication in a corporate context. Communication in a corporate setting is essential for sharing information, building relationships, and achieving organizational goals. Effective communication ensures that everyone is on the same page, helps avoid misunderstandings, and fosters teamwork. Here's a simple breakdown of the communication process in a corporate environment. 1. Sender. The communication process starts with the sender, who has a message they want to share. The sender could be a manager, an employee, or even the organization itself. Example: a manager wants to inform the team about an upcoming project deadline. 2. Message. The message is the information or idea that the sender wants to convey. This could be in the form of an email, a meeting, a report, or even a quick chat. Example: the manager drafts an email detailing the project deadline and the tasks to be completed. 3. Encoding. The sender must encode the message, meaning they choose how to express it, the words, tone, or medium they use. Encoding can be influenced by the sender's choice of words, style, and the communication medium. Example: the manager chooses to send a formal email with clear instructions instead of a casual message or phone call. 4. Medium. The medium is the method through which the message is sent, such as email, phone, video call, or face-to-face communication. Example: the manager sends the message via email because it is more formal and allows employees to refer back to it later. 5. Receiver. The receiver is the person or group who receives the message. It is essential that the receiver is able to interpret and understand the message as intended. Example: the team members receive the email from the manager and begin reviewing the tasks and deadlines. 6. Decoding. The receiver then decodes the message by interpreting the information. They may ask questions or clarify any doubts if the message isn't clear. Example: one of the team members might ask the manager for clarification on a task to ensure they understand the requirements. 7. Feedback. The final step is feedback, where the receiver responds to the message, providing confirmation, asking for clarification, or offering their thoughts. Example: the team members acknowledge the email, asking for a meeting to discuss the project further. Conclusion. In conclusion, communication in a corporate context involves a structured process. The sender conveys a message through a medium, which is decoded by the receiver, followed by feedback. Effective communication ensures that messages are clearly understood, tasks are accomplished efficiently, and relationships within the organization are strengthened. It's important for Managers and employees to be mindful of clarity, tone, and the appropriate medium to ensure successful communication. Next important long question is: write short note on organizational behavior modification. Organizational behavior modification, OB-MOD. Organizational behavior modification, OB-MOD, is a management strategy that focuses on changing and improving employee behavior through the application of reinforcement principles. It is based on operant conditioning, a concept from psychology which suggests that behavior can be shaped by reinforcing positive behavior and discouraging negative behavior. Key concepts of OB-MOD. 1. Reinforcement. OB-MOD uses positive reinforcement, rewarding good behavior, and negative reinforcement, removing unpleasant consequences when good behavior occurs, to encourage desired behaviors in employees. Example: an employee who consistently meets their sales targets may receive a bonus or recognition, positive reinforcement. 2. Punishment. This involves introducing negative consequences to discourage undesirable behaviors. Example: an employee who consistently arrives late to work might face a warning or docking of pay, punishment. 3. Extinction. This involves removing the reinforcement for undesirable behavior so that the behavior fades away over time. Example: if an employee's bad behavior, such as complaining loudly, is ignored by managers, the employee may stop that behavior due to lack of attention. 4. Continuous and partial reinforcement. Reinforcement can be applied consistently, every time the desired behavior happens, or intermittently, only some of the time. Example: a manager may praise a team member every time they perform well, continuous, or give rewards randomly, partial. Example of OB-MOD. A company wants to improve punctuality among its employees. It might use OB-MOD by offering rewards for employees who consistently arrive on time, positive reinforcement. Those who continue to arrive late might face disciplinary action. Punishment. Over time, employees will be motivated to improve their punctuality to gain rewards and avoid negative consequences. Conclusion. In conclusion, organizational behavior modification is a powerful tool for managers to improve employee behavior and performance. By using reinforcement, punishment, and extinction techniques, managers can encourage desirable behaviors and discourage undesirable ones, leading to a more productive and positive workplace. The key is to use these techniques consistently and fairly to shape a productive organizational culture. Next important long question is: behavioral metrics in effective organization. Behavioral metrics in an effective organization. Behavioral metrics refer to the measurements used to evaluate and track employee behavior and performance within an organization. These metrics help managers assess how employees contribute to the organization's goals and provide insights into how workplace behaviors align with desired outcomes. By using behavioral metrics, organizations can improve productivity, employee engagement, and overall performance. Key types of behavioral metrics. 1. Productivity. This metric measures how efficiently employees complete tasks. High productivity means employees are performing well and achieving their goals within a reasonable time frame. Example: an employee's ability to meet or exceed sales targets consistently is a sign of strong productivity. 2. Attendance and punctuality. This metric tracks how often employees arrive on time for work and whether they follow the company's attendance policies. Example, an employee who is frequently late for meetings or absent without valid reasons might be a sign of poor time management or disengagement. 3. Team collaboration. Effective teamwork is crucial in most organizations. This metric tracks how well employees work together, share knowledge, and contribute to group tasks. Example, a team member who actively participates in discussions, helps colleagues with tasks, and shares ideas during team meetings, shows strong collaboration skills. 4. Customer service. For many organizations, customer satisfaction is directly linked to employee behavior. This metric tracks how employees interact with customers and resolve issues. Example, a customer service representative who receives positive feedback from clients about their helpfulness and friendliness shows effective customer service behavior. 5. Employee engagement. This measures how emotionally invested employees are in their work and organization. Engaged employees are motivated, productive, and committed. Example, an employee who actively seeks ways to improve processes or volunteers for additional responsibilities indicates high engagement. Why behavioral metrics matter? Behavioral metrics provide valuable insights into how well employees are aligning with the organization's objectives. By measuring behavior, managers can identify areas for improvement, reward high performers, and ensure the workplace remains efficient and positive. Conclusion. In conclusion, behavioral metrics are crucial for understanding and improving employee behavior in organizations. They provide a clear picture of individual and team performance, help in decision-making, and promote a culture of continuous improvement. When used effectively, these metrics guide organizations toward achieving their goals while fostering a motivated and high-performing workforce.